Hello, welcome to the first video of Math for Year 6. I am your classroom teacher, Marco Urey. I'm glad you're here watching this video so we can practice together for the final term test. As you can see here, I am recording everything and we are going to solve some of these problems that I sent to you for practice for the test. Before we can start, I would like to make sure that you know that this is not obligatory homework. This is not required for your grade or something. This is just for practice. And second, I would like to point that some of these exercises are not the same as the one as we are going to solve together, because these ones we are going to solve together. For example, these ones you are going to solve by yourself. So another thing I would like to point out, this topic where we have comparing and ordering decimals, it's a topic that most of the class didn't have any problems. It's a topic that I consider not necessary for this video, but if you want to make sure, you can go to your student book, page 49, or if you don't have your student book, you can pause the video and try to solve these exercises where you have to compare, order these decimal numbers. So we can start with the video. As you can see, the first exercise corresponds to transform the following measurements in another kind of units. We have, for example, liters into gallons, feet into centimeters, inches to centimeters, etc. I have to point out that in the test, these factors of conversions will be visible for the student. That means that the student will be able to see these these factors of conversion, so you don't have to learn them by memory or by heart if you want. As you know, because we are not allowed to use calculators, we have to solve all of these conversions just by hand. So be prepared with your pencil and wherever you're writing, and we can start. In the first one, we have to convert 162 liters into gallons. So I have to check here. 1 gallon equals 4.5 liters. Okay, so as you can see, I have 4.5 liters here. I will use another color. 4.5 liters equal to 1 gallon. As you can see, we have first a very big number turns into a small number. When a big number turns into a small number, the operation that we have to do is division. What are we going to divide? In this case, we have to divide 162, let me write it here, this is A, 162 liters, we have to divide by the factor of 4.5. And this result is going to give me the gallons of that it's equal 162 liters. So let's do the division. The division, you can do it in this way: 162 divided by 4.5. I know that some of the students are not familiar with this British way to do divisions, but this is the same as doing 162 divided by 4.5. Some schools here in Bolivia do the divisions like this, and the British way to do it would be this one. You can do both are for me valid in the test. So the main problem here, the main problem that most students struggle with this is the decimal place. The decimal place is not very comfortable to work with in divisions. So what we have to do is to move this comma to the right place. If we move the decimal comma to the right place, the thing that is going to happen to 4.5, it will transform to 45. But there is something very important to point out with the other number, 162. Because we move this decimal comma one right place, the decimal comma of this number is going to move one right place as well. So this is not going to be 162 anymore. It's going to be 1620. The same here. We have to move the comma one right place, and it's going to be 1620. And now we can do the division without any decimal places. We do the division as we know. We have 1620 divided by 45. Because 45 is not enough for 16, we have to take 3 decimals. Let's look for a number that is going to be near 162. Let's go a little bit down here so we can have a little bit of space. We can try with a number 3. Let's try with a number 3. 3 times 5 is going to be 15. Okay, we have 1 here. 3 times 4 is going to be 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. The same here, 3 times 5 is going to be 15. We have 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1, 13. And we have to do the subtraction. 2 minus 5 is not enough, so we have to take 1 from here, is going to be 12. 12 minus 5 is just 7. And the number 6 right here is not going to be 6 anymore, it's going to be 5. 5 minus 3, 2. 1 minus 1, 0. And we take down the 0 down here. The same here, 162 minus 135 is just 27. We have the 0 right here, and we take down the 0. Now we can continue. Let's try to look for a number that multiplied by 45 is near or is equal to 270. Let's try with number 5. Number 5. We have number 5. Let's try with that one. 5 times 5 is going to be 25. We have to add, let me erase this. We have to add 2. 5 times 4, 20, plus 2, 20, 22. As you can see, it's not enough. So I have to erase this, and let's try with another number. Sometimes it's not going to work at the first try, so please make sure that you are doing this with your pencil or your reversible pen. Let's try with the number 6. 6 times 5 is 30. We have 3. 6 times 4 is going to be 24. Plus 3, 27. If you realize, this is an exact division. Our result, it will be 36. If we do the same here, 6 times 45 is going to be 270. We subtract is 0. So 162 liters is going to be equal to 36 gallons. And we are done. Now we have to convert feet into centimeters. Let's try to look for that factor of conversion. We have 1 feet equal to 30 centimeters. 1 feet equals to 30 centimeters. As you can see, because this small number becomes a big number, we have to do multiplication. This is the opposite operation than we did before. Before, it was a big number and it became a a small number and we have to do division. Now it's the opposite. When we have a small number that becomes a big one, we have to do multiplication. So let's try to make a little space right here so we can still working in this same page. I will move it here. And we have the exercise B. We have to transform these 15 feet into centimeters. So we have to multiply by 30. 15 times 30. That is the operation. So we have to do this multiplication. 0 times 5, 0. 0 times 1, 0. When we have to move to the other digit, don't forget that we need this invisible 0. We need a space here. And now we can continue with the multiplication. 3 times 5, 15. We add 1. 3 times 1, 3. Plus 1, 2. I'm sorry. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So 0 plus 0 is just 0. 0 plus 5 is just 5. And nothing with 4 is just 4. The result is 450 centimeters because we are transforming into centimeters. Now, to finish this section, we have to transform 150 inches into centimeters. Let's try to make a little bit space again. I will move it right here. And let's convert these 150 inches into centimeters. We have to look for the factor of conversion again. Let me erase this. And if you realize, we have that 1 inch equals to 2.2 centimeters. So, as you can notice, we have 1 inch equals to 2.2 centimeters. When we have a small number that turns into a big number, the operation that we have to do is multiplication. So we have to do the multiplication of 150 times 2.2. Let's pay attention because now we have a decimal number that it will multiply, right? So we have 150 times 2.2. Let's try to do it first like there is no decimal place. 2 times 0 is just 0. 2 times 5 is 10, we have 1. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Don't forget about the invisible 0. And we have to continue. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 5, 10. We have 1 again. 2 times 1, 2. Plus 1, 3. So the result, when we add this up, is going to be 0, 0, 3, and 3. The detail and most important part is that when we are working with decimal places, we have to count. How many decimals were here? It's supposed to have 1 decimal place, right? So the result is going to have 1 decimal place as well. As you can see, the result is going to be 330 and not 3,300. There is a huge difference between 330 and 3,300. So the answer for this one is going to be 330 centimeters. Now we are done.